Yeah, dog. Welcome to Wreck to Riches. It's your boy, Thomas G here. Thank you. Don't forget, make love to that like button. Well, first you gotta make love. You gotta get a little bit of foreplay going on. You gotta subscribe. Then you gotta make love to that like button. And comment. Make sure you let me know what you're thinking. It's been a long time. Miss everybody. But today we're gonna talk about. Oh man, it's raining outside. It's raining Zen. Hallelujah, it's raining Zen. For real though. We're going to talk about finding 100x gems on PulseChain. Because right now, like no other, on PulseChain, 100x coins have been launching pretty much weekly. It's really hard not to make money on PulseChain right now. The only way you're not making money on PulseChain right now is if you're not biting on some of the narratives. Don't get me wrong. When you're chasing gems, when you're chasing 5x, 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x gems, you could get wrecked. You will get wrecked. You better be able to lick those wounds. I'm telling you, you gotta be a lion. But me taking time off has made me realize, just sitting back and watching, I'm like been people watching on Twitter, not on Telegram anymore. Telegram's just a waste, but I'm all up in the Twitter space. I'll post my Twitter. I don't think I can put a link, so maybe I'll put it somewhere in the video down below. But you can find me twitter.com at wrecked, the number 2, riches with the Z, life. That's the Twitter handle. But let's get into how to find these gems, because I've been people watching, and everything to this point is finding cryptocurrencies with that narrative. What do I mean by that? Well, we'll use a prime example. PDI and the Tropa. All right. Now, I don't give a damn if you think that PDI will never peg, and I sure as hell don't care if you think PDI will peg. Here are reasons why and why not. The big factor here is that people believed and people don't believe. And there's a huge community of people who do believe, and there's a huge community of people who don't believe, and they have been going back and forth. And one is right one day and one is wrong the other day. And what's the difference between right and wrong? Between the Hex maxis, the Hex PulseX maxis versus the PDI maxis, and people who believe in the pegging, is when the price of PulseChain's up, they were right. When the price of PulseChain's down, they're quiet. When the price of PDI's up, the PDI maxis are hooting and hollering at the top of the mountain, shouting that they're right and you're missing out, blah, blah, blah. There's enough going on since the month of August. And when I first heard about it on some tweets in June, started looking at it and started digging, and then there's the whole investigative team that dug even deeper and found some very interesting things that you can do your own research on. But the bottom line is that the narrative got out. There's a strong possibility that somebody is trying to peg the PRC version of DAI over on PulseChain to $1. Pure speculative, experimental activity going on there. But there was enough going back and forth, a big enough community for and against, for it to be the talk of the town, for it to be trending on Twitter, for it to be all over YouTube, and for the possibility, you're saying there's a chance, right? So I bought the hype. I didn't buy the hype. I take that back. I bought the narrative, I bought the speculation, and I sold the hype, right? And these influencers out there are pitching it, saying it's going to, look at the chart, it's on its way to a penny to 10 cents. Now, I was so many X's up when they got the 0.0023 I sold above for a lot of money. Got out. I was like, I'll wait for the next play. Just kind of kick back. Because you saw people sold for profits, just like they do in every single coin. PulseChain and PulseX was just going up, and everyone's going, we're going back to stock prices, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're going to miss the boat, and PDI's down. Sure enough, back down. Now it's back up. Will it go back down? Probably. I don't think anything's going to settle as far as the dust settling for what's going to happen on PulseChain as a whole until November 28th, we find out what's going on there at the SEC case with Richard Hart. All right. So the narrative of it pegging was strong enough, was big enough for people to talk about it. And as long as you have that in combination and sync with the volume and the trading volume and the liquidity that was provided, just averaging very, very high and healthy on a daily basis, which it was. It literally, PDI and Atropa and the other, sister contracts and tokens out there were bringing all the volume on PulseChain. Well, if it had not been for that narrative, PulseChain would be dead. I mean, there would be nothing to do. If you weren't in PDI buying and trading, there was nothing to do, because this 414 was releasing new tokens after new tokens, and they were taking off and going up and mooning this and that. And then CIA token came out, it dumped, and like the whole narrative changed. Like, well, we just got rugged by the almighty 414. So the narrative and the speculation kind of died off, and right now it's sitting where it's at, super cheap. Will that narrative resurface? Will it be strong again? Who knows? It could. But following the reactions of people, following the trend, following the narratives, following the communities going at it, and just not participating in the nonsense. Not going on Twitter and battling whether you think it's going to peg or not, this and that, but taking advantage of the opportunity, right? Just laying in plain sight, buying and taking profits. And right now there's a token PTGC, right? Stands for the Gray's currency. Now this ain't a shill. I'm not getting paid. I'm not promoting any token. Matter of fact, I had already sold for about a 5-6x. Bought back in because the narrative is strong. It's growing. You see all the PDI maxis, every influencer, every person that was throwing a Twitter space about PDI and the pegging, and all that energy and excitement that they had that's died off because the prices crashed, are converting over to PTGC. They're all about it. Oh, PTGC is a Tropa 2.0 and they're burning and nobody else is doing that and blah, blah, blah. It hasn't gone parabolic enough for me, in my eyes, to get out completely yet. With house money letting it ride, there's a strong possibility it could do nothing, or it could do, many X's from now. I don't know, but that's the narrative right now. And what I look for to be invested after I've taken profits and take the house money and try to make, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100x on a gem like that, on a meme coin, on a shit coin, whatever you want to call it. These cryptos are just intangible tokens. That's all they really are. You either make money on them or you lose. And you probably have done a lot of both if you've been in crypto like I have and are doing it as often as me. That's for damn sure. So the influencers are talking about it. I see some big channels, small channels, be like, oh, what's this PTGC? They're talking about it. Twitter spaces. It's starting to brew up. And when things start to brew up and you're buying the speculation, because right now I think we're in the speculation narrative phase, and then things start to surface and the price action starts to continue, because again, we've already had, people like myself selling a 5-6x, you're going to start to see everybody talking about it. It's already trending. More and more videos, more and more influencers. But this is just an example of a narrative that I would follow and risk it for the biscuit once I made my money, because I made the 5-6x, right? Now I'm writing house money. I'm not sitting here worried about what it's going to do. It's going to ride the train up. And I'm lurking on Twitter. I'm seeing a lot of positive sentiment, and I'm seeing a lot of people from the PDI community who pushed PDI to a whole nother level with promotion. Marketing and promoting. That's what they did, and that's what helped it. I don't care what tokenomics or what type of economic activity Maria, the 414, was doing with PDI to try to convince people it was going to peg. Like I said, I don't care if it ever pegs or if it doesn't, because if PDI pegs, I'll never make it to $1. I'm out that bitch at 10 cents, 1 cent. I would have made so much more money again. I've already made a ton. So I really don't need to dress that up and really dance around with that token at that point, or from here. So PTGC as an example is one of them that I'm going to potentially say, hey, maybe with the house money I can make a 10x. Maybe I'll make 50, maybe I'll make 100x. But there's a lot of interesting activity going on. It's the talk of the town on PulseChain. So I think it's something to take a look at. And I'm going to continue to look at it because there's surrounding tokens. Because the 414 Tropodev made a gazillion tokens. And as far as the developer with PTGC said, hey, look, I'm going to release this token, which is PTGC, this liquid token, Burn, and 808. And those are the only tokens in the entire ecosystem. So that's all you're going to have to really work with. How long will it take to go up? How long will it take to go down? How long will it be till it runs? How long will it be till it goes parabolic? I don't know. But these are what I'm looking for, what people are talking about, what people are arguing about, what people are defending. And maxis are being born because I've just been sitting back for the past year watching the maxi mentality just in full-blown effect on every new token. Oh, this token's out? I'm a maxi. Oh, it's dead? Stop talking about it. Oh, I'm a maxi of this token now. Oh, I'm back on Pulse and PulseX. And really, people are just desperately trying to pump their bags to get their money back from the sacrifice. And I don't fucking blame them. Shit. But I'm riding the waves. And that's how I've been making money. And it's fun. And it's raining Zen. Hallelujah, it's raining Zen. Yeah, dog.